Today we're going to show you some rare quarters that you can be looking for that are easy to spot, mint errors that are easy to spot on these quarters that can give them a lot of value. So we're going to start off with a 1964 quarter, but we will get more modern here as we go. Now, of course, these quarters from 1964 are 90% silver, so they always have, a few dollars in silver value. But this coin has a mint error that made it sell for over $700. So the obverse of the coin here has been struck through a piece of cloth. You can see that textured design of the cloth here on the obverse of this quarter, and that's why the quarter sold for 720 bucks. Of course, the condition matters as well, which is the grade. In this case, the quarter is graded by NGC at a mint state 64. Moving right along to another 1964 quarter that was struck onto a split planchet. I think this error kind of speaks for itself. Graded by NGC, this coin sold for $360 at auction. And again, these coins did sell recently in the year 2023. So moving on to a strike-through error taking place on the 1965 SMS quarter, special mint set Washington quarter. So the obverse has been struck through a string here, which you can see there kind of makes like a little cross there through Washington's head. This coin ended up selling for $210. Pretty unique type of mint error there. And this quarter from the 1970s has a partial reverse clad layer that was missing before the strike. So look at that. I think that error kind of speaks for itself as well. If you find something like this, it's really noticeable. You don't have to inspect the coin very closely, right? But this coin did end up selling for around $95 at auction. Moving on to a coin that sold for over $900. And that's because we have the Washington quarter design that was struck onto a Philippines 25-cent planchet. So that is where all the value is at, really. It is graded at a 65, but that major error where a Washington quarter design is struck onto a Philippine coin planchet, that's pretty rare. So $930 for that quarter. Real quick, guys, if you want a free coin book or a free coin roll hunting mat, there's no catch. All you have to do is click the link below this video, go over to Whatnot, sign up, and you get a $15 credit. Then you go to my Whatnot shop, and all you have to do is add one of these items to your cart, check out, and you get the $15 off. We're going to be doing coin auctions as well on Whatnot, so feel free to come over there. That's the only place I will be live streaming selling coins. Silver coins, old coins, modern coins, graded coins, ungraded coins. We're selling it all on Whatnot. Couch Collectibles. Make sure you guys go follow me. Let's get 10,000 followers. We can do it. Get over there right now. Get that link in the comments below. Here's a 1972 Washington quarter. Again, someone may mistake something like this for damage. However, the reverse has been struck through the reading. So you see that texture design from the reading, of course. Pretty obvious mint error in my opinion, but the quarter ended up selling for $360. Let's move on to a 1974 Washington quarter that someone could easily pass up, and I'm sure this was passed up and found in circulation at some point. It is only graded at a 58. The quarter has a retained piece of little metal or wire there that's been struck through the obverse. You can see it down by Washington's neck. And man, yeah, it's always something to look for on your coins, even on pennies. We've showed you pennies with staples and things that have been struck into the coin. This quarter ended up selling for $119. Next up is a quarter. Have you ever seen a quarter like this? It says 1776 to 1976. That is the bicentennial quarter. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be valuable, but in this case, the coin does have a mint error. So you'll see the drummer boy reverse on these quarters from 1976 and 75. This quarter is missing that outer clad layer here on the reverse. So you see the inner copper layer of the quarter as a result. And this coin ended up selling for $228. Moving on to a 1980 quarter that has a corner clip. You can see down there on the left side of the Washington quarter. Now this quarter is graded and authenticated by NGC as a mint error coin. and the quarter ended up selling for a little over $200 at auction. Moving on to a 1981 quarter that has defective cladding on the reverse of the quarter. Again, this is pretty self-explanatory. You can see that there very visibly in the image displayed. This quarter ended up selling for around $120. And then we looked at that missing clad layer. So for this quarter here, you'll see it looks normal on the reverse, but on the obverse of the 1995 quarter, you're actually missing that outer clad layer. So you see the inner copper layer of the quarter as a result of that mint error. Now this coin ended up selling for around $90 at auction. Moving on to a state quarter from the year 1999. If you look around the rim of the quarter, you can see that it has been broad struck. So, it doesn't add a ton of value, but it does give the quarter a lot more value than 25 cents. This coin sold for $38. Again, not a good sell if you're selling it, but if you're buying it, you're paying $38 for a pretty cool looking mint error state quarter. All right, and then also on the Hawaii quarter from 2008, you want to look always on your state quarters for this, as well as your other Washington quarters, is the missing clad layer. Once again, you'll see it's missing here on the obverse of the coin, and you'll see that inner copper layer of the quarter. This coin ended up selling for $216. Now here is a no dated Washington quarter. You'll see it's all faded out there, and that is actually a mint error. So this is a result of a die adjustment strike, which gives the quarter some value. Believe it or not, this coin ended up selling for $160. So always inspect your coins very, very closely, because you never know what you may find out there. Even if you're, just going through pocket change or searching coin rolls from the bank, or even if you inherit a coin collection, inspect each individual coin very, very closely, and feel free to check out the links below. And don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out those videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.